Hello, third grade families. I decided to make a little video to walk you through the students' agenda for Monday. And the agenda is going to typically look like this for the next 3 weeks of virtual learning. So I'm just going to walk you through it. The students, for the most part, know how to upload work, how to work their agenda. But I want to make sure that you are also on the same page as them. So this is our agenda for Monday. At the top, I've included a virtual school schedule, so you can click here. That was sent home in the packet, but if you want the times and when the Zooms are scheduled, just listed out in a sheet, that is there for you. Now, the first thing you will see is the morning meeting. And I did put this in the virtual school schedule. However, after conferencing on Wednesday before Thanksgiving with Mr. Hook and the rest of the third grade team, we are going to not do this morning Zoom. This is actually just going to be a video. 3 Zooms might be a lot, and 8:30 is a pretty early start time for a Zoom, just especially since we have some families with little children in the house, families that are maybe getting their kids up and dressed at that time. I'm not sure what your routine is, but we're just going to have a later start. So when you log into Echo on Monday morning, know that this will be a video to click on. And the video that you will be clicking on is for your child to do a second step lesson. So they will just watch the video, follow along. And they also need to complete the first row of their math morning work. So week 6, there is one line that they need to complete every day. So make sure that it has week 6 at the top so they're doing the correct one, and make sure they just do day 1. We typically do this during breakfast time. So if you want to make that part of the routine that they are also doing it during breakfast time, that might keep things a bit more consistent for them. The next thing that you will see is their specials. So the special on Monday is going to be art. So what they're going to do is they're going to go back to their Echo home screen. They're going to click on Mrs. Goodwin's art class to see what she has planned. They may have a Zoom the second half. And you'll also notice on the virtual school schedule, there's a couple days that says choice, and I will be posting a choice board for each of those specials. So that will be there on a choice day. Okay, at 10:10, that's going to be our first Zoom. So it's already linked right in here. The passcode will always be third to keep it easy. I'd like to keep the ID easy too, but I can't change that. I can only change the passcode. And then before each Zoom, I will have a highlighted part. What do I need to bring? So your child will need to bring their Module 2 math packet. There's 2 in there. There's Module 2 and Module 3. So make sure they bring Module 2. And their dry erase board and their whiteboard marker, and I provided them with one before we left, so they should have that in their backpack. So the Zoom should be about 30 minutes, and then after the Zoom, they will need to upload a picture of their problem set. And we did a lot of practice with uploading pictures to Echo. So all they do is click on this link here, and there'll be a picture in there, so they're making sure that they're submitting the right problem set. You don't need to print this or anything. But then there'll be right here, I'm in teacher app, so it won't let me, but when they're in the student app, they'll be able to take a picture and submit their work. They just need to hold it up to the camera, and they can submit it from there. And then I also put if they forgot how to take a picture with their device. I'm pretty confident they'll remember because we did it quite a few times, but they can also click here for directions, and it'll pull up a nice little page that will show them how to do it with their Chromebook. Unfortunately, I only really know how to do it with the Chromebook. If your child is working on an iPad or a parent computer, I may not be able to assist on how to take a picture, but I can absolutely try. So please reach out to me if you're having issues with that. So that's what our math time is going to look like almost every day. They'll Zoom in at 10:10. We'll talk for about a half an hour. Then after the Zoom, they can spend 15 minutes or so on their problem set, upload a picture of it. Now into reading. That's going to be at 11 a.m. So the Zooms are pretty close together. There's a little bit of a gap for them to be doing their problem set. If this gap is a little too tight, we will just bump up the Zoom time. So this Zoom time might change. We could maybe even make it 11:30. So we'll see how the first couple of days go with these being so close together. But at 11 a.m., they can click here for the ELA Zoom. And then again, the highlighted, what do I need to bring? They need to bring their Pushing Up the Sky packet and their whiteboard and their writing notebook. So I made sure each child took home one notebook from their desk. So they need to bring not only their whiteboard and marker, but also that notebook. And then after the Zoom, I've written complete your prefixes and your vocabulary worksheet, and those are titled right at the top. I am not going to have them upload a picture of this. I would like them to hold on to it to return when we do return face-to-face, but I don't want them uploading 10 million pictures a day. If they complete it and you see it, that's okay. And then you're going to be taking a break after this and having lunch or whatever, going outside. Then reading and writing, the afternoon is a bit more flexible. So if the child needs to catch up, they can go ahead and catch up. And at about 1 o'clock when we come back, we do reading and writing. And in their cursive packet for the first day, they are going to practice uppercase A, and they're going to practice making this letter on the first page and then turn it to the back, and then there's some words for them to practice. 3 units of Lexia, and I usually make that a standard that they have 3 units, and then after they may read to self, go to Epic, or go to RazKids. And all of their logins are in their B-binder front page on their login sheet. The last thing to talk about is social studies, and Rhode Island is our first social studies lesson for virtual, so we're clipping away at the 13 colonies. What they're going to do is they're going to go to a Pear Deck, and they're going to click here, open up a Pear Deck, say how they're feeling. And in this Pear Deck, they can go through this at their own pace. So one thing that I did mention in the agenda directions was that there was some audio included. So what they're going to do is click this little key right here, and it has my voice playing. In this chapter, we are going to learn about the story of Rhode Island. In the last chapter, we learned... Okay, so each page, for the most part, each page I have included audio so that I can read it aloud to them. The only thing that they are going to have to do independently is they are going to need to click this link when they get to the chapter. It says the story of Rhode Island, and they can read this with you. They can read this independently. But after, they need to go back to their tab. That's the Pear Deck tab, and we do this. They do this in class, so they should know. But they need to go back to their tab, and then they need to continue going through the Pear Deck, because there is going to be trying to move this so I can see, because there is going to be an exit ticket at the end. So there's a big question, why did Roger Williams disagree with the Puritans? I kind of give them a rundown, again, including audio. And this last part, this is the important part. So this is their exit ticket. Why did Roger Williams disagree with the Puritans? I've given them a sentence starter. He disagreed with them because your child needs to type their answer, but also include their name when they submit their answer. So I've given them some directions in the audio to do that, but that way I can see that pop up, and then I can give them credit for doing that lesson. Okay, going back to the agenda, that is pretty much it. So that's kind of the first day is going to look like, but really almost every day is going to be about the same. They'll have a video, their morning work, they'll have their special, they will have their math Zoom, most likely be uploading a picture of their problem set, be doing an ELA Zoom at 11, completing some work in their packet. In the afternoon, they will have a must do and a may do. And then their social studies will most likely always be a Pear Deck or a video. There won't be a Zoom for social studies. So please contact me with any questions. I hope this was helpful. But if you do have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.